Over here, this is a memory moog. I was trying to sell it right until we started doing the show. And then I took the listing down. I was like, never mind, I need to use this.
I mean, I was a fan of the first season. When I first got asked, like, would you be interested in working on the score for the season 2? I was like, oh, I would be stupid to say no to that.
You an audiophile?
Yeah, a little bit.
I had meetings with Sonny to talk about the sort of overall themes this season and the relationships between Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaac's characters and Cailee Spaeny and Charles Melton's characters and their relationships with each other. And so I think what we really tried to boil it all down to was like, what are these characters' motives?
Do you not want to make believe?
We talked about environments and the country club where they're all working, and then Montecito where they're all living, and Korea where they end up. And then I just started making stuff. I always love what I would call like rhythm in nature. If you are exposed to me long enough, I'm mostly recording like the sound of a light or the sound of a washing machine. Like I'm always grabbing field recordings. Well, what am I gonna get an excuse to incorporate that will inherently be unique?
Hey, Josh.
Yep.
There's a piece where Josh walks into the sauna, and it's a short scene, but it's stressful and it's funny. Again, on my found sound bullshit, I made this piece all out of like dripping water and shit.
Sorry, who's speaking now?
Bro, it's Billy.
Oh, my bad. What exactly did Lindsay share about the video?
What a fun way to, get to make music. Musically, we talked about treating the 2010s like we have been treating the 90s. Anything that feels like sincere for somebody and ironic for somebody else. For Josh and Lindsay when they're in his man cave and they got the Coachella posters on the wall and they're talking about their memories. And you have the Gen Z couple sort of like participating in it from an ironic place. It's so funny to me. Of like, oh yeah, like we listen to old music, like LCD sound system. You know what I mean? But I think that's a big part of the show is the kind of like sands of time, just like, the times never stop.
Hi.
What we talked about a lot over the course of the season as the stakes sort of increase and increase. We know where this is going, so the score is sort of like maybe a little bit more pulsating and more of a thriller than you'd expect for a scene where they're just sort of having an argument. And then conversely, like when there is like really something going on, the score is sort of emphasizing the comedy. The funny part about film score as a person who listens to it a lot is like, it's all sort of dancing between whatever emotion it's supporting, right? So there's pieces on this that are very peaceful and calm. And then there's pieces that are really intense and stressful. If you're listening to it top down, it'll feel like watching an episode of the show. This is super different to anything I've done before, which is why I'm doing it. We have to reinvent. We have to come up with something new, which is infuriating, but really satisfying. I think anything that makes it feel like could only be the score for Beef, then I feel like I've succeeded.